The creator of the IncuPouch said she just felt called to do this work, an idea she had years ago, now coming to life with the goal of helping babies in Gaza.
All I did was create a garment that facilitated or allowed nature to do what nature does best. She puts the baby in here, so it's very snug.
Prasanga Lokugi is an engineer and vice president of clinical strategy at VillageMD. Back in 2006, she designed this version of the IncuPouch for preterm and low birth weight babies as a skin-to-skin, low-cost, easy-to-make, non-electric solution to incubators. It's made of stretchy fabric with a removable insulation panel inside.
I don't know what it is. It felt like a calling from the time that I read about babies dying unnecessarily without having access to an incubator. I thought I had to do something about it.
After completing and testing the design in several countries for years, her creation sat in the basement until a few weeks ago.
When I heard on the news about 3 weeks ago about incubators being turned off in Gaza and fuel being in short supply, immediately I thought, well, what if? Which is when I called Mary Beth Powers, who's CEO at CMMB.
It did seem like the perfect time to work with Prasanga on bringing IncuPouches to Gaza.
The Catholic Medical Mission Board, or CMMB, sends medicine and medical supplies around the world. An estimated 50,000 pregnant women in Gaza are not able to access routine health care, and maternity wards are overwhelmed.
The lack of electricity, the lack of fuel, and the chance that under duress women will go into premature labor and delivery means there are many newborns, 150 children approximately being born every day. That's the WHO estimate, many of whom would be small birth weight or low birth weight or small babies who could benefit from this but would not have access to an incubator.
These infants are entering the world really at a disadvantage. And if there's anything that we can do halfway across the world, gosh, we should.
In 48 hours, VillageMD activated a team of dozens of employees across the country, sending them the pattern and fabric. And the volunteers got to work sewing the pouches and knitting hats for the babies.
See our employees feel that they are doing something so meaningful, so valued, so in need, and to feel that connection to the broader world is just invaluable.
50 newborn kits were packed up today with love. They'll head to a warehouse in New York until CMMB gets the green light to ship the special deliveries and other much-needed supplies to Gaza.
We're really hoping that access opens up.
The head of the CMMB says she's heartened and hopeful the daily humanitarian pauses will allow more aid to flow into the region. They're working with partners on the ground in Gaza to try to get those IncuPouches to the families who need them. Reporting from the Loop, Gaynor Hall, WGN News.